I want to bring up, I'll say a little more later on. I want to bring up an absolutely amazing woman. All of you that have been to the rallies have heard this voice. It's resounding across New York. It is truly the voice of patriotism. It's the voice of freedom. And I want you to welcome Melody Burns to the podium.
Get up out of your chair. Come on, get up. Get up, let's go, get up. Come on. First of all, turn off your cell phone. Everybody that's up here to give their time, they don't want to be interrupted by your call. Turn your cell phones off. It's not going to take you long, we're only going to be here for an hour or so. I'm sure that Cuomo will wait. He'll reach out to you a little bit later. He may appear. He's everywhere, and you know, or at least he thinks he is. Let's do a little bit of freedom, because my job here today is to wake you up. New York Revolution, awake and alive. And you know what that means, right? So let's do it. At the count of 3, what's my favorite word?
Freedom!
Oh, you do pay attention. I'm so impressed. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let it go!
Freedom!
Oh my God. That was nice, wasn't it? Do it again!
Freedom!
You guys are better than the last forum we did up in Lake Luzerne. I'm running this competition all year. You did a great job. One more time, if you would!
Freedom!
Very nice. You know, it's fitting that we're here in American Legion, is it not? Where everybody who are members here fought for your freedom. Since the beginning of time, patriots on our soil have fought for freedom. Now let me ask you this question. They fought for you. They all fought for you. They gave the ultimate. Are you willing to fight for our future? Are you willing to fight for the future of America? Are you willing to fight for the kids within this state? Within the state of New York? Are you seriously willing to fight? Tell me, are you willing to fight?
Yes!
You are willing to fight for the future?
Yes!
You will stand and fight?
Yes!
You will stand and fight?
Yes!
Tell me you will stand and fight?
Yes!
Yes, what?
I will stand.
I will stand and fight. Now you got it. Yeah, it's kind of like a game show.
I do.
I do. No, don't say that. We don't do that. No, wrong religion. I have one husband. That's it. That's enough. You did it 3 times? You didn't learn the first 2, did you? Stupid. What can I do? The other one's good. So you're telling me you're going to stand and fight. You are standing and you are fighting for the next generation. Because that's what we're doing today. We're not fighting for us because they fought for us. We are fighting for the future. So when you're out there and you're talking to people, which is what I want you to do, 2 things I want you to have with you every day. The most important is this document right here, the U.S. Constitution. Does everyone own a copy of this document?
Yes, ma'am.
If you do not, go that direction, over there. The Oath Keepers have them at the table. You should have at least 1 copy. You should have one in your bathroom. Because everybody reads in the bathroom, doesn't they? Well, some of us don't, but you know, most people do, yes. You should have one in your bathroom. Because while you're sitting there contemplating whatever it is you're contemplating, you should be reading this document. And you should be reminding yourself what it is you're going to stand and fight for every single day. Every day. You must do that. The other document you're going to have. This one. You know what this is?
Voter registration.
Voter registration.
That's right.
There is no reason why you don't have a copy or 5 of these in your vehicle. Because wherever you go, the only way we're going to take back New York State is by this piece of paper. You must get every person you know,
Everybody.
every single person, to fill out one of these And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to take their information down on an index card. And then come the day before the primary, you're going to call them. And you're going to say, you know what? Today I'm doing my duty. And my duty is to remind you to get your ass off the couch and go vote. And that's your job. That's your duty. That's part of standing and fighting. That's it. You. It's up to you. It is up to you. It's your responsibility to get them to the polls. Every year we register hundreds of people, and you know what happens?
They don't go.
They don't go. And then you know what happens?
Get assholes.
Bingo! Right there. That's what happens. Andrew Cuomo walks in to the Capitol and says, I am king.
Yep.
And you shall bow down to me. And I shall take away your rights. The rights that they have fought for. The rights that many have given their lives for. Our rights. The future. We're letting him take those away. So you have to get everyone you know registered, and you must get them to vote. You must. Sit down. Hang out for a few minutes. Does that feel better? Do you know the person next to you, by the way? If you don't, take a moment, introduce yourself to the person next to you. Because we are in this fight together. Very nice. All right, shut up. Shut up, no more, let me talk. Look at your friends. Shut up. All right. Very good, very nice. You sound good? Thank you. Yes, I did. Yeah, I'll tell you a story. Some of you know that I used to be on the airwaves on AM radio in the Capital District of New York. Every day, from 3 to 6 in the afternoon, I pounded the King Andrew. Pounded him as much as I could. I pounded about the Unsafe Act. I never want to hear any of you call it the Safe Act. It is not safe. There is nothing safe about it. Do not use their words. Do not use their words. I'm going to be like your mom here.
Drill sergeant.
That's right. And I'm telling you, you know when you yell at your kids because your kid swears? The first time your kid says hell or damn, you're like, don't say that. Where did you get that language? I'm going to wash your mouth out with soap. Every time I hear one of you say the Safe Act, guess what I'm going to do? I'm grabbing my soap and I'm heading right for you. There's nothing safe about this. Don't use their words. It's the Unsafe Act, and it's your rights that are at stake. Stand up and fight for that. Stand up and fight. So I was on the air, and every day I was hitting, and every day my boss would come in. He'd go, Mel, you gotta leave Cuomo alone. They don't like it.
Too bad.
Okay, so, oh really? He doesn't like it? Mel, you gotta leave him alone. You can't be talking about him. People don't want to hear about this guy. You can't be talking about guns and you gun nuts. And you can't bring your gun into the studio because it might kill somebody. Okay, I carried it for 3 years and it hasn't killed anybody yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's going to go nuts someday. I don't know. You don't know because guns kill people, you know? So I didn't know. I thought that was going to happen. It never did, though, by the way. It never did. But he was concerned it was going to. You can't bring that thing in here. This thing? This is a Kimber. This is a thing of love. This is not a thing. Right? You know what I'm talking about. I wonder what he would have done if I come in with the AR strapped across my back. And then, I'm ready to talk. Then he probably would have threw my ass out sooner. So one day he comes into me and he says, no more gun talk, no more Cuomo. I can't get any money if you continue to talk about that. 2 weeks later, he comes in after my show, give me your keys, you're done.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, there is no such thing. There is no such thing. So you need to know that. You need to understand what you think you have, you don't have. In New York State, we're not wanted anymore. So when I went to pay my property taxes on the 31st of January, I said to my clerk, "You don't want me here, so you don't want my money." She said, that's not true. I said, "You better call the governor, because he told me he doesn't want me here." So, this $8,200 I have here in this check for my property taxes, you don't want it. She said, "Hell no, I want that check right now. You make sure you pay your taxes." I said, "Well, I'll pay my taxes under protest. And I'll send a note with my taxes to Andrew Cuomo that says, you might not want me here in person, but you want my money." And because I am a New Yorker, and a true New Yorker, and because, you know what, I'm tied to this state, and I love my freedom, I'll pay my taxes, because come November 5th, you're out, buddy. You're out. You're out. And you know what? The only way he's going to be out, the only way that guy's going to be out at midnight that night when he's crying with Sandra Lee hanging on to him, brushing his hair. Oh, Linda, baby. Oh, yeah. The only way is what? If you get out and vote. And if you call your friends and vote.
Register. Right.
Register, vote. Register, vote. You must make people vote. If you have to drive them, drive them. If you have to buy them coffee, buy them coffee. I don't care. Just make them vote. Now, George is trying to get me to stop, so I have to stop shortly.
You give him the boot, right?
He's giving me the boot. That's right. That's right. That's what he's like. Come down and talk. No, don't talk long. So let me tell you something. Last year, I went to an event. Pete was there. Where's Pete? Some of Barb was there. A few other people were there. Tom was there. Leather stocking honor flight. You ever done it?
Yeah.
Okay. All the veterans in the room, stand up. All the vets in the room, stand up. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Last year in October, we went to the leather stocking honor flight. We talked to our WW2 vets. At that time, remember how the monuments are closed down? We had to close them down because we couldn't afford to keep them open. But we had to pay overtime to all the guards that were there. And we brought in barricades and we did all this extra stuff, but they couldn't go there. In October, we went to that flight. I talked to many of those vets before they left that morning, and then I was there at night when they came back in. And I talked to them about their day and what they learned during the day and what they did. I had one guy, 92 years old. He came back. I met him as he came back. I walked him down the escalator. I asked him, how was his day? He said, "You know what, honey? Will you marry me?" I said, "What the hell, I know." I figured, he's 92. It's not going to last long. He said, "I got to tell you something." I went during the day. I went to the monument. I saw and I spoke to my brothers and sisters I haven't seen. And I have to tell you something, he said. I am more prouder today to be an American than I've ever been. And I thought about that for a moment and I said, you know what? If I could capture that moment, if I could capture that feeling, and if we could spread that everywhere, could you imagine what would happen in America? If we could take that one thing, I am prouder to be an American than I've ever been before. If we could take that and spread that, we could win. We could accomplish everything we want. We could change New York. We could change America. We could get it back to what it was. So I decided that I would sponsor an honor flight. So on May 3rd, I'm sponsoring the leather stocking honor flight. But in order to do that, I need your help. This is where the boot comes in, by the way.
Right, wasn't for her.
Right. Although you're thinking about that. I need your help. I need to come up with $15,000 to send our veterans to Washington, D.C. So I'm going to pass the boot around. Whatever you can give, greatly appreciated. And then on May 3rd, I'd love to have you come to Albany that day and to help send those vets off. So I'm going to do that. Before I sit down, before George throws me off the platform, April 1st, I hope you have it on your calendar. I'm inviting you to come to Albany April 1st. Madison Rising is going to start playing at 11:30. They're going to play some great music for us. At 12:30, they're going to play the Star Spangled Banner. And at 12:30, we're going to start a rally. So I'm inviting you now to come to Albany on April 1st. There will be buses from this area, correct? Where did you go?
Yes, Jim.
Jim, we're facing the back. Right? You're going to have buses, right? See Jim about that. So put it on your calendar, be engaged, and be a part of it. So I got to thank you. Thanks, George, for having me here. I know I went kind of over my 2 minutes.
Okay, we love you.
Because he's afraid of me.
What about the grass?
The
Absolutely.
grass. You already paid for the grass. What do I care about the grass?
Mel, what station are you at now?
Oh, internet. I'm doing internet radio. You can see me after, and I can tell you all that. But George, thanks for having me, and I'm going to turn it back over.